Join Carol Davies on Global Voice Radio, the host of Only the Best for You. Be a change maker and unlock the secret to your best life.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast, Only the Best for You, here on Global Voice Radio. My name is Carol Davies of the Passion Motivator Coaching Company. I am so pleased each week to share with you the best information and speakers about how you can be a change maker to make the world and yourself the best you can be. Today, I am reporting to you on a topic that I've been interested in for quite a long time. What are the steps you can take to attract happiness in your life? Happiness sometimes can seem elusive, and yet it is the greatest quest in our life's journey. We all can use more happiness in our lives. Often life's lessons can seem to deplete our happiness at times, especially when we're facing challenges. Life is a series of cycles, ups and downs. None of us are up all of the time. That said, increasing happiness is a worthy pursuit. Happiness does not mean the absence of negative emotions. Happy people still experience the full spectrum of emotions, but the frequency of negative emotions is less. And they process those negative emotions differently by finding meaning and an alternate perspective that others may not. The more we experience happiness, the more beneficial it is to our lives as a whole. Research confirms that happier people are more successful in all areas of their lives. Happy people are healthier and do not get sick as often. Happier people perceive their life to be easier despite challenges and have a more positive outlook overall. Happiness is contagious. Happy people have a positive influence on those around them and their environment. As a result, they have deeper conversations with friends and colleagues and tend to be more creative and productive. Also, happy people smile more. How often have you been going by someone who you don't know and they just smile happily at you and you smile back? Doesn't that make you feel better, even if it's just for a short while? I'd just like to give you some tips and strategies to increase your happiness and help you not to get into a downward cycle of despair if your life seems to be going in a downward spiral. These tips are helpful not only in breaking such a downward cycle, but also to help you smooth out the ups and downs of life and experience more happiness consistently as you go through your life. My first tip is let it go. Release your attachment to things that you cannot change. Is it really worth getting worked up about? Will focusing on the area of concern change anything? We become noticeably happier and more content when we release those things that are troubling us, our worries and fears. Keep in mind that happiness is the journey on the way to our goals, not the destination. Do not plan your happiness based on the achievement of a particular goal. Experience happiness now and success will come. Releasing your attachment to those things that are outside of your control or beyond the present moment will increase your happiness. Next, train your mind. What do I mean by this? Be grateful in the moment. Actively find more and more things to be thankful for. The more you are grateful, the more wonderful things you will see appearing in your life. This is a process of reshaping your mindset. Consider it a mental exercise of gratitude in the moment. Challenge yourself to notice and appreciate the ordinary moments, the brief moments of joy and satisfaction, such as right after quenching your thirst with a drink or stepping into a warm shower when you are cold. It is little things like these. Notice the sensation and appreciate it. Through this process, you're training your mind to increase your happiness by focusing on the little blessings in life. You are priming yourself to experience more joy. Here's another suggestion. Distract your mind. Notice when you start to feel sad and break the cycle immediately if possible. Find a way to distract yourself from the negative emotions or thoughts. Listen to music, especially energetic, happy music that makes you feel alive and really moving. Focus on happy moments and relive these happy memories mentally. Look at a photo album with pictures of happy times. Or how about, do you like to read? Lose yourself in a story for 30 minutes. Go to a movie. Take a walk or get some exercise. Get out and spend time with some wonderful friends. Notice when your body starts to tense and focus on relaxing. Take deep breaths to release tension. Shift your posture and physically move yourself back to your center. Find a mental distraction and shift back to being grateful in the present moment. Now here's a fun one. Smile. Smile and laugh. See the humor in the situation. Research has shown that just the act of smiling improves your mood. Laughing releases endorphins to the brain that are mood enhancers. Even if the smile or laugh is not authentic, your body and brain will still respond as if it is. This is a proven example of when fake it till you make it actually works. And it creates measurable change results in your brain chemistry. If you cannot fake it, make it happen. Watch a funny movie. Read a humorous book. Go to a comedy club. Or meet up with a friend who keeps you laughing. In this case, when you change your outside, the inside changes too. We're constantly bombarded with messages about what makes for a good life. Advertisers tell us it comes from owning and consuming their products. The media associate it with wealth, beauty, or fame. And politicians claim that nothing matters more than growing the economy. But do any of these things really bring lasting happiness? For thousands of years, people have looked to philosophy, religion, and other things for answers to such questions. But in recent decades, this ancient wisdom has been tested by scientific research. Scientists have found that although our genes and circumstances matter, a huge proportion of the variations in happiness between us come from our choices and activities. So although we may not be able to change our inherited characteristics or the circumstances in which we find ourselves, we still have the power to change how happy we are by the way we approach our lives. Here are 10 keys to happier living, based on extensive research of the latest reviews about what really helps people flourish. These are not 10 commandments, because each of us is unique, and what works for one of us may not work for someone else. They are simply 10 areas that tend to make a big difference to people's happiness. And crucially, they are all areas that are within our control. The first suggestion is do things for others. Caring about others is fundamental to our happiness. Helping other people is not only good for them, it's good for us too. It makes us happier and can help to improve our health. Giving also creates stronger connections between people and helps to bring a happier society for everyone. It's not all about money. We can also give our time, ideas, and energy. So if you want to feel good, do good. Here's a couple of ideas. Do 3 extra acts of kindness today. Offer to help, give away your change, pay a compliment, or make someone smile. Also, reach out to help someone who's struggling. Give them a call or offer your support. Let them know you care. Here's a second suggestion. Connect with people. Our relationships with other people are the most important thing for our happiness. People with strong relationships are happier, healthier, and live longer. Our close relationships with family and friends provide love, meaning, support, and increase our feelings of self-worth. Our broader social networks bring a sense of belonging. So it's vital that we take action to strengthen our relationships and make new connections. Here's a couple of ideas. Make more time for the people who matter. Chat with a loved one or friend. Call your parents or play with your children. Or how about make 3 extra connections today? Stop to chat to someone in a shop. Wave at a neighbor. Learn the name of someone new. Here's a third suggestion. Take care of your body. Our body and mind are connected. Being active makes us happier as well as healthier. It instantly improves our mood and can even lift us out of depression. We don't all have to run marathons. There are simple things we can do to be more active each day. We can also boost our well-being by spending time outdoors, eating healthily, unplugging from technology, and getting enough sleep. Regular exercise can lift you out of depression, but even if you're healthy, a burst of activity will boost your mood. Here's a couple of ideas. Be more active today. Get off the bus stop early. Take the stairs. Turn off the TV. Go for a walk. Anything that gets you moving. Also, eat nutritious food. Drink more water. Catch up on sleep. Notice which healthy actions lift your mood and do more of them. Here's a fourth suggestion. Notice the world around you. Have you ever felt that there must be more to life? Good news, there is. And it's right here in front of us. We just need to stop and take notice. Learning to be more mindful and aware does wonders for our well-being, whether it's on our walk to work, in the way we eat, or in our relationships. It helps us get in tune with our feelings and stops us dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Here's a couple of ideas. Give yourself a little bit of headspace. At least once a day, stop and take 5 minutes to just breathe and be in the moment. Also, notice and appreciate good things around you every day, whether big or small. Appreciate trees, the song of birds, smell of coffee, laughter, or whatever makes you smile. Here's the fifth suggestion. Keep learning. Learning affects our well-being in lots of positive ways. It exposes us to new ideas and helps us stay curious and engaged. It also gives us a sense of accomplishment and helps boost our self-confidence and resilience. There are many ways to learn new things throughout our lives, not just through formal qualifications. We can share a skill with friends, join a club, learn to sing, learn to paint, play a new sport, and so much more. Here's an interesting idea. Do something for the first time today. Sample sushi, try a new route, read a different newspaper, or visit a local place of interest. Here's a sixth suggestion. Have goals to look forward to. Feeling good about the future is really important for our happiness. We all need goals to motivate us, and these have to be challenging enough to excite us, but also achievable. If we try to attempt the impossible, this creates unnecessary stress. Choosing meaningful but realistic goals gives our lives direction and brings a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction when we achieve them. Here's a couple of ideas. Take the first step. Think of a goal that you're aiming for and do one thing to get started. Make a call, fill in a form, tell others. Take one step forward, and the next steps will be easier that follow. Also, share your dreams. Tell 3 people about an aspiration that is really important to you this year, and listen to theirs too. Here's a 7th suggestion. Find ways to bounce back. All of us have times of stress, loss, failure, or trauma in our lives. How we respond to these events has a big impact on our well-being. We cannot often choose what happens to us, but we can choose how we react to what happens. In practice, it's not always easy, but one of the most exciting findings from recent research is that resilience, like many other life skills, can be learned. Here's a couple of ideas to try. Ask for help today. Confide in a friend. Talk to an expert. Reach out to a colleague. Ask a neighbor to lend a hand. Or when something is troubling you, do something you really enjoy. Shift your mood and bring a new perspective on the problem. Here's an 8th suggestion. Take a positive approach. Positive emotions like joy, gratitude, contentment, inspiration, and pride don't just feel good when we experience them. They also help us perform better, broaden our perception, increase our resilience, and improve our physical health. So although we need to be realistic about life's ups and downs, it helps to focus on the good aspects of any situation. The glass half full rather than the glass half empty. Here's a couple of ideas to try. Do something that you know will make you feel good. Listen to music, watch something funny, get outside in nature, or call an old friend. Also, try to smile and say something positive and constructive every time you walk into a room. Notice the reaction that you get. It may surprise you. Here's a ninth suggestion. Be comfortable with who you are. Nobody is perfect, but so often we compare a negative view of ourselves with an unrealistic view of other people. Dwelling on our flaws, what we're not, rather than what we've got, makes it much harder to be happy. Learning to accept ourselves, warts and all, and being kinder to ourselves when things go wrong increases our enjoyment of life, our resilience, our well-being. And it also helps us to accept others as they are. Ask a friend what they think your good points are. You may be surprised at the lift it will give you. Or be as kind to yourself as you are to others. See your mistakes as opportunities to learn. Notice things you do well, however small. Write these down. Keep a journal of such things and look it over every so often. You'll be amazed at how your spirits will lift. And finally, be part of something bigger. People who have meaning and purpose in their lives are happier, feel more in control, and get more out of what they do. They also experience less stress, anxiety, and depression. But where do we find meaning and purpose? It might come from doing a job that makes a difference, our religious or spiritual beliefs, or our family. The answers vary for each of us, but they all involve being connected to something bigger than ourselves. Here's a couple of ideas to try. Feel part of something bigger. Spend time with children and play with them. Talk with them. Visit an inspiring location. Go outside at night and look up at the stars. Or join a club that does things that you've always wanted to do. Also, be more charitable. Give others your time. Offer to help neighbors or friends. Consider volunteering. All the different things I've been talking about today are things that you can choose to do. You can choose to have your life happier. You can choose to feel happier, and from that, be a better person and be able to give support and assistance when needed. You are a wonderful person. You deserve to be happy. I truly hope that you will find some great takeaways from my thoughts today. If you want further information or want to talk about more ideas with me, contact me through my website, www.thepassionmotivator.com, or by email at coachcaroldavies@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Remember, you can change your life at any time and become the success you want to be. I look forward to connecting with you again next week. Bye now.
Tune in every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern for Only the Best for You with Carol Davies on Global Voice Radio.